Hi everyone, welcome back. Another episode of Jeff Jones Customs. Today I was working on the Jaguar a bit. This is a new addition here. This is a 76 Jag XJ12. It's been converted over to a Chevy, and I've started affectionately calling it Project Junkwire because the car itself not awful. The car is pretty nice, but all the wiring is done fairly poorly. And anyways, I've been going through some stuff. I took out all the spark plugs, squirted some oil in them, let it sit for a day, and turned it over by hand, and it appears to have compression. It turns over easy. I bought this as a non-running car. It hadn't been ran since like '08, I think, and it's missing some parts to the distributor, so I got a new distributor fit in it. And it is a tune port injection motor out of, I think, about an '87 Firebird or Camaro. And anyway, it's got lots of little stuff that needs to be gone through before I attempt to start it. And another thing is I got it without any keys, so which left a bit of a dilemma, because that's one reason the car's sitting right here, is because it just rolled off the trailer, and here it is, because you can't steer it because the lock cylinder. Well, this lock cylinder goes up in the side of the column here, and in these two holes they put these screws, and this is pretty common with auto manufacturers. They put in these screws that are designed to shear off when you tighten them. You see the top of that's been milled back to where it's real skinny, and then as you tighten it, the head of the bolt snaps off, because, well, if that just backed out, people jump under there with a wrench, pull off the lock cylinder, and all of a sudden your car's steerable again. And then also, once they had that out, they just plug in a new one and have it hanging on the dash, and then everybody goes away. But I think the time and age of people, actively seeking these out to steal them that way is pretty small. I think people now would just back up with an enclosed trailer or whatever. So anyways, I did auto security for a bunch of years. So I had to get those screws out. So I took a sharp punch, and I've done this before on other cars, replacing lock cylinders and stuff. You just whack them on the edge a bit with a sharp punch, and you can get them to turn, because since they have that sheared back area there, or that milled back area that shears off, consequently they don't go in very tight. So it doesn't take much to get them moving and get them out. Well, you could replace it with an Allen bolt, or what I did was I just cut a slot in it with a die grinder, and it's going back in, because I took the lock cylinder over to locksmith and had a key made, and I forgot to tell him this, and I should have just done it, I guess. I think he just stuck the key in and jiggled it around and got a little mark on the key, and then filed it. And I went to locksmith school too, but anyways, they didn't have blanks for it, so I didn't make key. I took it over to the local locksmith, and he messed around with it for a few hours, got a nice key working. But I forgot to tell him this, and I've read this online and stuff, is you take that screw out right there, the lock cylinder pulls out, and inside this inside this housing, right behind the lock cylinder, is a key code. So if you can find a guy cut it by code, he can just pull out the lock cylinder, take the code, and cut the key. This one got damaged when it was at locksmith. One of the wires got broke off, and I also noticed that this connection point was weak on the switch, because they're just riveted on. So I soldered that one in and soldered that one back on, and anyway, it's going back in. So with any luck, I could see about turning the car over with the key, maybe checking some of the other electrical stuff, because as you can well imagine, there's going to be more electrical issues with project Junkwire here. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day, and if you like my videos, please subscribe, show them to your friends, whatever you do with them. Thank you. You guys have a great day. Bye.